We got a banger. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Steelez. It's another edition of Kicks with Soul, where the slogan is, every shoe is just a shoe until you put your soul into it. And today, it is Sunday, the first, it's the first of the month. And we got a sneaker review. Also, I'm going to drop a soundtrack to my life. I think we're on track 8. We on to our last 3, so y'all check that out. So if you see me with the same shirt and hat on, that's why. But we won't get back into release Saturday pickup. We got none other than one of the most anticipated Jordans this year. We ain't gonna act like it's one of the best Jordans this year. Due to what we saw this weekend, this is probably one of the best releases as far as getting people outside, anticipation, you know, because it's a GR. This is a GR, actually. You know, it was a little limited, but it's a GR. And we got none other than the Jordan 5 Wolf Gray colorway. Now, story about this, my nephew wanted this shoe. He wears size 12. He think I can get every shoe. You know how kids think. Oh, can get every shoe. You know, it is not like that. So, had to go out there and try. I put all the raffles in. Didn't hit on any raffles, y'all. So it was down to the gritty. I knew what I had to do. I had to go down there to the spot. You know, one thing about me with them spots, it get a little ugly down there, but I'm 100% ratio getting my shoe when you get me in them first come, first serve. Even when they out there, but when they do the raffle, because sometimes they will do the raffle too, it gets so hectic. They won't get in line and stuff, so they have to do the raffles. I won the bike airs on the raffle down there. The better with time. Other than that, I suck at raffles. You know, some people like the sneakers app. Some people I don't do good with those. So I was lucky enough to get his a pair, and being the fact that I seen how everybody was acting, I said, I'm going to get me a pair. Wasn't able to get a 212, so I got 112, 111.5. He got the 12. I got the 11.5. This will be shipped out for trade block, or like I said, I'm not a reseller, so I don't see me charging anyone $300 plus for a shoe. But personally, you're going to get smacked in the face if you turn around and sell it for anything less, because that's what they're going for. So I don't really feel comfortable doing that. So I'm just going to say, hey, you got something I like. I wear size 12, yo. Let's just do a simple trade like how we used to do back in the day. Even if you got to put some money on top, or if I got to put some money on top, let's make it right. But let's get into the shoe without further ado. Size 11, we got the Jordan box. The Cool Grays got their own color Cool Gray box. I want to say, did the Cool Gray 9s have a Cool Gray box? I know it came in a Jordan top box. I don't know. Let's get into it though. Flip the top. Got that receipt for anybody that needs that proof. Gotta have that proof, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do too much, because like I say, these shoes is getting shipped out, or they will have a new owner that appreciate them and that wants this shoe, because I'm not gonna shit on the shoe. It's not a bad shoe. This is not a bad shoe. This is not a bad shoe. Let's take it out, put it on the sole table. Look at that shape, y'all. That is not a bad shoe. You know, this came out one time before, so it's only the second time the shoe came out. What was it, 2010, 2011? That's when my son was born, so it was no chance in heck I was even looking or even copping any shoes for me at that time. It was, you know what I mean? So this is a blur. You know what I mean? I remember seeing shoes like this maybe 3 years later with all this is yellowing and all that yellowing and stuff, so it wasn't really appealing to me. But this is a nice shoe, y'all. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's a nice shoe. I looked at when I first got it, and I had to go to work, so I was like, man, these crinkles is all, but still not for me. But it's not a bad shoe. That material is on point. Trying to look at glue stains, production. Nah, man, this is a pretty good shoe. Let me check this one out. Okay, you can see some glue right there. I guess that line where they put the line right there. But far as just production, this is we all just gotta look at the QC issues. And it's a good looking shoe, man. 3M tongue, I do like that. I do like the gray shoestrings, but I personally think whoever gets these, you put that white shoelaces in here, you take it to another level because you got the white stitching piping with the 23, and you got also the white stitching, kind of like those black Jordan 5s that got the baby blue stitching a little bit. Kind of give you that vibe right there. Yeah, it's a nice shoe, man. Like I say, I don't got no history with the shoe, so, you know, this is just basically like a Jordan 5 to me. You know, Jordan did not play in this. My whole question is this, like, you got to understand that the youth, they run the show right now. Because I would have never thought this shoe would do what it do. Unless we was talking, oh, because what these did last year, right? We going to say, oh, because of their 5, which, fun fact, yo, this got a better shape. This got the grape and the red, the black tongue shape. You know what I'm saying? This still has that fat, I'm not going to say toe box bold shape, but it still has the boxy. Nah, I ain't going to say box. It's just a different shape. Because I do like this shape now. It's just when I started getting the fire reds and stuff, I was like, hold on, that's slim. You know, that's slim. I just like that slim right there. You know what I mean? Right here is kind of a little more fat, but, you know, it don't give us that big fat wide box. That's what I didn't like about the 5s. But let me know, y'all think it was the same hype as this shoe? I had to work last year, so I did not go outside for this shoe. I was able to get this shoe for what, $250 from my man, because he had 2 of them. And this shoe, I was outside. Now this shoe right here, man, you know what I'm saying? It was a little crazy down there. And let me say this right now, because I don't know if y'all watch my videos or not. Personally, it's no offense. I don't take no offense from the yelling, going back and forth. You know, I don't hold any grudge, and it's over. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad nothing expanded from what it was, but we got to do better. Well, I don't even think you know what I'm saying? Because I think y'all had a right. I think everybody had a right. I just think once you put hands on anybody, you know, that line is drawn. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody was rubbed the wrong way this weekend, I personally apologize because, like I say, I'm very cool, I'm very quiet, but also I'm really like the Hawk too, man. So I don't really condone the whole talking back and forth. I be at these releases by myself, man. I don't do anything with dudes. Like, I go by myself, man. You know what I mean? So when you take that consideration, when you got these first come, first serves, you got to understand some people come with 13 people, like they all going to get the shoe. Some people come with a person to stand in line, and then they walk up and stand in with them. You see a lot of people come in at, you'll be there from 11 if that's the time you can line up. We're not going to talk about the campers because that don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to be like, I was here since 7, you was here since. We're not going to talk about that. The rules is you can't line up to 11. So if you line up, even if you just run there at 11, how do you get a line of people to not be there, even if it's 10:55? Say everybody get there at 10:55, but we can't line up into 11. And then you don't want no 10:58, no 10:59. It has to be 11 o'clock. How do you think you're going to get a single file line from that? How? That's all I wanted to know. Like, because all you did was just boom. And everybody started bum rushing, man. And that's when it's going to get a little difficult. And that part wasn't really the bad part. The bad part is once he tried to let people in the store, everybody from the back was just... But that's here and there. You know, we got the shoes. You know, everything happened for a reason, but it could get ugly sometimes. I see potentially if, you know, we don't get that understood and understanding, like with APB. Like, even if you come out and pick 10 people, at least we can't control that. If you saying we can line up, we gonna line up. Because what I don't think APB realize that if you do let people camp, you know that the people that camp always have it running smoother, because you're not just going to come there and beat the people that's camping. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to shoot that bad, you might have to camp. You just have to camp. You know, if you got to spend the night, if you want to do that, you might have to do that. If you want to spend that extra $400, go do that. But whatever you do, you do. You know what I mean? Works for you. If you got a plug, do that. You know what I'm saying? That's backdooring too. Like, so some people that got plugs be acting like that's not taking a shoe from somebody else. Like, there is no fair way in this world. So I don't really trip on how people get shoes. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm gonna get the shoe if it's first come, first serve, bro. I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I'm from New York. I know how that go. I know how to push and go. I know I'm not. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Just don't put your hands on me. Anything other than that. You know what I mean? If we trying to both get there, I get that. Don't put your hands on me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it ain't like Texas, but, you know, it was a lot of guns out there, bro. And I don't think that's fair, and I don't think that's cool. You know, I try to stay away from that. You got kids out there. You got women out there. I'm a father. I'm a damn businessman. I'm a hardworking man. I'm a law-abiding citizen. We ain't trying to do anything but get these shoes and go home. And I know you guys are the same way. Even if the people that was mad and we were yelling, they all feel the same. You still a man. Still got to go home to your family, probably your husband. So let's keep that in mind going forward. You know what I'm saying? Because it turned me off a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I almost showed a little other side that I don't think was really worth shoes, man. And I mean, that's me personally. So you can feel the type of way. I'm just going to say off top, I don't got no problem. Sorry for the misunderstandings. But, you know, when somebody put hands on anybody that's not their own hands, you can't tell somebody how to take that. That's just like saying T.I. shouldn't go so hard on 50's mom. She's deceased. But at the end of the day, 50, you jumped off the porch and said something about that man's mom. So you really can't tell anybody how to take disrespect. That's just the way the world is. You know, it's not kumbaya. You know, they clap Martin Luther King for trying to be kumbaya, man. So at the end of the day, you better understand that, you know. But let's back into the shoes. I just wanted to say that quick story because, you know, other people might got the get robbed story. Other people might got the getting shot story. We ain't had none of that. But it was close. 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 They were pushing people through the door. He was like, oh, my goodness, man. But guess what? Still came out with 2 pairs without being a back door. So you tell me what it is. You know what I'm saying? But all I want to say is this shoe sold out for my sneaker community. What is the 13s next week or 2 weeks going to do? Jordan wore those now. So that's why I say us as OGs, we can't really think we know the temperature of what these shoes doing, man. Because I think the youth and the community around, like I think resellers make this pop because they help. I think influencers make this pop because they made people say, "Ooh, the numbers I'm gonna get." So it's not the OGs saying, "Yo, these are must cops. These are must cops." It's not that. You gotta pay. It may be a little bit of that too, though. But it's like really, I saw that potential listening. I'll be reading the room. I'll be watching different people videos, and once a couple people kept saying the same thing, I was like, all right. You might have to go grab a pair of these, bro. You might have to. I'm glad I personally don't want these pair because, like the Metallic 5, I wanted that pair so bad. You get so many good offers for that Metallic 5 on Trade Block, man. If you got a double up, you get 3 pair of shoes. You can get some nice, good shoes for the Metallic. But me personally, I'm not ready to let that go. I don't even know why I put it on Trade Block. I put it on Trade Block really more to keep value with my closet because it helps you estimate your closet value. So I like to put my inventory there, and then I can look at something and see what I got instead of thinking like, I got this shoe, I got that. It just shows you the picture, and then you can take your own picture. So it's kind of like your photo album of your closet. So I personally put all my shoes up there, but they got little codes you can use where it says unlikely not to trade, neutral, looking to move. A lot of my stuff is not looking to trade, unlikely to trade. I got a couple neutrals, you know what I'm saying? And maybe stuff like this looking to trade. So that'll be double ups and this right here. You know what I'm saying? My favorite gray shoe of Jordan, I don't have. Might be able to get it for this, but it's kind of old. I don't know if that icy bottom is still good, but I'll take it. You know, they got the cool gray 11s. Jordan touched those. That's not even a debate. I'm throwing them to you, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to get these last year, and I personally think these are better, you know what I mean? But that's just me. I'm not saying it's a better shoe and all hyper. Don't kill me in the comments. I'm just saying, you know, Kicks with Soul, we talking. I personally would take this. You know, Jordan wore this, so I get a Wizard jersey and call it a day. You see, I don't really wear it like that because, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Out of mind, out of sight, but I need to put this to feet. But this shoe, to me, is a nice, cool, gray-looking shoe, too. But see what I mean? If you put those white laces in this, I think you'll take it to the next level, though, y'all. I think you'll really take it to the next level. You put those white shoestrings in this right here. You know what I mean? But, yeah, the cool gray 11 and the cool gray 9 is my personal attachments to cool grays and wolf gray, if you want to say. But I'm not mad at you guys for liking this shoe. This is a beautiful shoe. I actually having a little better input now that I'm actually doing this, because all I did was took it, put it on my hood, and did a little video and took some pictures. I didn't really get to like do the backstroke, and like it does have some color, this some suede color when you move them back and forth. There's 2, 3 right here. And then when you really looking at it, that I don't know how to explain it. It's like sometimes you look at the shoe and you're gonna see nothing but wrinkled, that what they call it, the elephant, you know, sack. But then it I guess if you look at it a couple times, it kind of mutes down. I'm not lying. It's funny because I remember first taking the shoe out and all I could think about is how wrinkled the shoe looks. But I promise you, if you just looking at the shoe, I don't know if it's the gray. I don't know, man. Y'all can tell me if y'all understand what I'm saying. But if you just look at it a little bit, it's kind of like it lessen and lessen and lessen. The next thing you know is just, or it couldn't be the strokes, maybe. Maybe I just seen that. If you got it with the higher strokes, with the lighter strokes, you see all the cracks. If you fold it back, okay. Still not for me. Still not for me. But y'all like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this was a shoe that you went to go pick up. Did you double up? Did you get trade Blake for it? Are you gonna sell it? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Steelez. Like, comment, subscribe. Be on the lookout for that track number 8 of the soundtrack to my life. We cooking. Appreciate all the subscribers and comments and the feedback that I've been getting for all my videos. Trust me, I'll be responding to every single video. I mean, every single comment. And if I don't, I'm going to, because I sometimes just don't see it. But I don't got that many people to do it, so I'm seeing it and I'm responding to it. Yo, that keep me going. That make my day. You know what I'm saying? I spread the love back. You know what I'm saying? I pour into you and you pour into me and we pour into each other. And we gonna watch the community grow. You know, it's your boy Steelez. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the slogan. Kicks with Soul, where the slogan is, every shoe is just a shoe until you put your soul into it, man.